Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool, too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
Nice.
It's a sunshiny day in Orem, Utah, as the Wolverines get set to take on Chicago State in Game 2 of this 3-game series. We welcome you into the broadcast booth. I am Jordan Bianucci alongside my partner Ryan Pickens. Utah Valley, after taking Game 1 last night, will look to make it 2 in a row today. And with that, I will send it over to Ryan with the lineups.
Thank you, Jordan. Let's take a look at the lineup. First for the visiting 8-22 Chicago State Cougars, coming in with a 3-7 record in the WAC. Leading off will be the left fielder, Reggie Brock Jr. Andy Gayton, the center fielder, hits in the 2 spot. Matt Sullivan, the second baseman, hitting 3rd. Tyler Lowe will hit in the 4 spot. James Rosenhagen, the DH, will hit in the 5 spot. Cole Hansel, 6th. Gabriel Coburn, 7th. Patrick Arndt will hit in the 8th spot. And then Tyler Zunkel, the shortstop, will round out the order and bat 9th. Pitching this afternoon for Utah Valley will be the junior right-hander Paxton Schultz. Schultz 1-3 on the year, making his 9th start, has 1 complete game with a 4.58 ERA. He's gone 53 innings, allowed 58 hits, 34 runs, 27 which have been earned, 21 walks, and 52 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .275 off the right-hander, who defensively will have Jake Plakas in left, in center field Michael Beltran, and right Alexander Marco. Mick Madsen over at 3rd, Trevor Howell at short, Cody Hall at 2nd, over at first base Payson Hayes, and Drew Sims, the catcher, will be catching today with Paxton Schultz on the mound. And Jordan, got to see Paxton Schultz maybe keep that ball down, maybe mix in that good breaking pitch with the fastball and see what he can do, and hopefully Utah Valley can find a way to win the series today.
Schultz delivers a first pitch breaking ball in there for a called strike. First pitch at 2:03 p.m. and the game time temperature 51 degrees as a fastball catches the outside corner at 93 miles an hour, and it's 0-2 to Brock Jr. So Schultz working quickly now. A curveball is chopped right back to him. Schultz trots over to first, underhands to Hayes, and there's one away. Schultz has been Utah Valley's best pitcher this season.
And you'd like to see, Jordan, we still haven't seen really what I would call a dominant outing from Paxton Schultz this year. And you'd really like to see maybe today if he can just be in command of all the pitches and just give you a good 7-8 innings of just absolute, just dominant pitching on the mound. We'll see what he can do today, but he's got to make sure he keeps command.
Andy Gayton hits a sharply hit ground ball, one hopper to Howell at short. Howell throws across the diamond, and they're quickly 2 down. Yeah, we've seen Schultz. He did have one. He was the WAC Pitcher of the Week a couple weeks ago. Here is Matt Sullivan with 2 down, and the base is empty. Against Seattle, that was really his dominant performance of the year. Went 8 innings, no earned runs, 7 strikeouts. First pitch curveball in there for a called strike, and Sullivan and Brock Jr. have both seen first pitch breaking balls, and they're going, geez, are you kidding me? I'm sitting up here looking for 93, and now here's another breaking ball swung on and missed by Matt Sullivan. So Sims already kind of putting down the signs and pitching these guys backwards. There's a 92-mile-an-hour fastball in on the hands, fought off by Sullivan. The count remains at 0-2.
And that kind of lets you know where Paxton Schultz is at this point in the season, Jordan, where he feels comfortable going first pitch breaking ball.
Curveball is hit sharply down the third base line, but just foul. The home plate umpire today is Javier Cantu. Troy Hodak is at first, and Gary DeFabio is at third base. And you're right. Schultz feels like he can throw any pitch in any count. Here's a check swing, slow roller to Hayes at first. He underhands to the pitcher covering, and the inning's over. Schultz with a very clean first inning. No hits, no runs, nobody left. On to the last of the first. It's the Cougars nothing. Utah Valley coming up.
Your head a Mountain Dew kickstart. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna leave it all on the mat, because that's what I do when I get it done so I can do it. Yeah! I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Bottom of the first inning here in Orem. Utah Valley coming up for the first time this afternoon, and their starting lineup will look like this today. Not many, I don't even think there's a change from last night's. Cody Hall, the second baseman, leads off, followed by our Wilkinson's Trophy player of the game, Michael Beltran, in the 2 spot. Ryan Eastburn, the DH, hits third. Alexander Marco hits cleanup. Mick Madsen hitting 5th. Payson Hayes will be hitting 6th at first base. Drew Sims 7th. Jake Plakus 8th. And then Trevor Howell at short will round out the order and bat 9th. The Wolverines will face the right-hander Brett Gregory. Gregory's 1-5 with a 6.25 ERA, making his 8th appearance, 7th start of the year. He's gone 36 innings for Chicago State, allowed 25 earned runs, walked 29 batters, only struck out 26. Opponents hitting 306 off the right-hander. So Utah Valley maybe looks to be a little more patient and makes Gregory keep command. We'll set the defense for you here maybe after the first hitter, as Cody Hall's about ready to step into the box.
So Gregory working from the windup. No score. Last of the first. The pitch to Hall. A fastball catches the outside corner at 84 miles an hour, strike 1. So Hall trying to get the Wolverines going. They scored last night in the first inning. Here's the 1 strike offering. A ball misses down and away, another fastball. It is 1-1 to Hall. The Wolverines put up a 3 spot in the first inning last night. The 1-1 pitch is down and away. Another fastball. It's 2-1. The Wolverines, when they do not score first in a game, they are 1-18 this year. So it is extremely important that they get on the board first. There's a fastball just below the knees, called for a strike, and it's 2-2 to Hall.
Really just sets the entire tone of the ball game for especially for your pitchers who are going to go. It just kind of sets them up. Jordan gives them a little more confidence when they go to take the mound. It gets hard, especially when you trail early on as a pitcher. Then you start feeling like you have to have pinpoint accuracy and everything has to start to go. So it's important to really play from ahead and help your pitcher.
The 2-2 goes to the backstop. Hall swings and foul tips the 3-2 into the glove of Arndt, and there's one away. So here is Michael Beltran. Beltran had a tremendous night last night. Ryan mentioned in the open that he was our Wilkinson's Trophy player of the game. He went 3 for 6 with 3 RBIs, hit his first home run of the year, an absolute blast that left the ballpark. He swings at the first pitch and hits it high and deep to right center. Going back, Guyton on the edge of the track reaches up and makes the grab. And I'll send it over to you, Ryan. We'll take a look at that defense.
Yeah, in the outfield, Reggie Brock Jr. will be in left field. Andy Gayton in there in center field. Tyler Lowe in right. Gabriel Coburn at third. Tyler Zunkel back in there. He came in late in the game last night at short for Chicago State. At second base will be Matt Sullivan. Over at first will be Cole Hansel. Behind the plate, Patrick Arndt. Good to see Arndt back in after kind of getting a little knocked around there with that pitch that came in on his arm in the bottom of the first last night.
First pitch to the left-handed hitting Ryan Eastburn, misses inside, ball 1. Eastburn is swinging a red-hot bat right now. He takes a fastball at the knees, called for a strike, and it's 1-1. He has a 13-game hitting streak, hitting .410 on the year. He's had just the 61 at-bats. He was injured for much of the first couple months of this season. There's another low fastball called for a strike, and it's 1-2. So right away we have seen Javier Cantu. We're getting an idea of his strike zone, and it's a low one. The 1-2 pitch, a swing and a chopper to first base. Hansel has it. He'll take it himself, step on the bag, and the Wolverines go down quietly in the first inning. No score between Chicago State and Utah Valley. We head to the second inning on GoUVU.com.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool, too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
Nice.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
It doesn't matter your situation in life.
No matter your interest.
Whether your first choice or second chance.
There's a place for you.
Place for you.
Place for you at UVU.
Place to engage,
To rise.
to succeed.
To become.
Last night, Tyler Lowe absolutely unloaded on a ball, hit a home run over the left center field wall to the deepest part of the yard out there, 427. He swings at a first pitch curveball and fouls it off from Paxton Schultz. For Tyler Lowe, it was his second homer of the year. He is hitting .222. He takes a slider down and away, and it's 1-1. Boy, Ryan, we have sure seen Paxton Schultz rely on that breaking ball early on today.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising. Usually Paxton Schultz, from what we've seen, has always been a first pitch fastball kind of guy for Utah Valley. Tries to get ahead early with the fastballs. We see one there at 93 with the fastball. But yeah, today he's really kind of working from behind, and I think it's fooled a couple of the Chicago State hitters early on, those first 3 hitters in the first.
That fastball misses upstairs. It's 2-1. This fastball at 91 miles an hour catches the outside corner, and the count is even at 2-2 to Lowe. Base is empty, nobody out here in the second inning, no score. A curveball swung on and driven deep to left. Plakis back, looking up, it is gone. Home run number 3 on the year, is second of the series, and it's 1-0 Cougars. And that just stayed up in the middle of the zone, and Lowe did not miss it. Over the left field wall onto the top of the grassy berm.
It's a lot different from Lowe's home run last night. His home run last night I didn't think was going to get out. There was kind of no doubt really with that one. But instead of having a lot of carry, that was more of just a line drive home run out to left field. Nonetheless, now Utah Valley's got to play from behind.
First pitch, fastball is in there at the knees to Cole Hansel. Yeah, that one had some loft to it, but it was not crushed like last night's home run. I say Hansel, I beg your pardon. Rosenhagen at the plate, the designated hitter, as he fouls this one off, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 1-1. Rosenhagen getting his first start of this series, I should say. He didn't get a start last night, didn't see any action. He swings and misses here, another fastball. So after Schultz has relied so much on those breaking balls very early on today, he throws 3 straight fastballs to Rosenhagen. From the windup, the 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside, and it's 2-2. 94 miles an hour from Schultz. Rosenhagen, a freshman, has had just 25 at-bats this year. He's hitting .200. He swings and misses at the changeup, down and away. And they're 2 down, or I beg your pardon, there's 1 away here in the second inning. First strikeout for Schultz. Here is Cole Hansel. Hansel went 1 for 3 last night with a couple of RBIs, a left-handed hitter. He takes a changeup on the outside corner, called for strike 1. 1-0 Chicago State. We're in the second inning. That one swung on and missed. A fastball low in the zone, and it's 0-2. Hansel on the year is hitting just 188. An even stance from the left side, bent at the knees, kind of hunched over home plate, and he swings and misses, chases a beautiful fastball on the outside, and there are 2 away. 2 consecutive strikeouts for Schultz after giving up the leadoff home run. Here is Gabriel Coburn.
And that's what you want to see from Paxton Schultz right there, Jordan. You want to see how he battles back after giving up the home run. He gets back-to-back strikeouts there. He gets Coburn just a foul one at home plate. But it says a lot about where Paxton Schultz is to give up the home run and then just to come back and get the next two guys.
And we've seen him kind of rely on that fastball more just in the last 2 hitters after giving up that home run. A ball misses down. This one a breaking pitch to Coburn. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to him. Coburn last night went 1 for 3. He fouls this one back, a fastball at 92 miles an hour, and the count is 1-2. Well, we talked about it in the first inning. Utah Valley has fallen behind just 1-0, but for what it's worth, the Wolverines have struggled mightily when they've fallen behind this season. A fastball misses low and away, not close, at 93 miles an hour. And it's 2-2 to Coburn. Utah Valley just 1-18 when their opposition has gotten on the board first. Fastball misses inside, and the count runs full to Coburn. But a lot of baseball, obviously, left to be played. 3-2 pitch misses down and away. Fastball misses outside the strike zone. And it's a 2-out walk to Coburn, and that brings up Patrick Arndt. So a mistake there from Schultz with the bases empty and 2 outs. He got ahead of Coburn, but then lost him. So here's another right-handed hitter. So Schultz, for the first time today, into his stretch. Hayes holding on the runner at first base. Here it comes, a swing and a foul high and off to the right, a fastball at the knees. And it's 0-1 to Patrick Arndt, the catcher hitting .288 on the year, no home runs, 11 men batted home. Utah Valley in the alternate black tops, black caps this afternoon, white pants. Chicago State in the road grays. There goes the runner. Ball misses inside. The throw down from Sims. The tag, not in time. And Coburn steals his second bag of the season, and there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for the Cougars. Chicago State being aggressive on the base paths here. The 1-1 pitch coming to Arndt, a base hit would most likely plate the man at second. There's a looping liner. That's going to fall into right center field. Coburn's headed for home. He will score easily. Arndt is in there with an RBI single, and it is 2-0 Chicago State. So the 2-out walk comes back to haunt Schultz. A nice job by Arndt just to poke that one into right center field. And here is Tyler Zunkel. So the stolen base looms large as a fastball catches the outside corner at the knees. Strike 1. Zunkel, we saw him last night. He came in as a defensive replacement for Nick Heidenthal. Zunkel struck out twice. A ball misses down and away. It's 1-1. And we don't have any word as to why Heidenthal came out of the game. He's not starting today, so we won't speculate as to if there was an injury that we're not aware of, but he is out of the lineup. Zunkel now shows bunt. The runner takes off from first. Sims throws down, then they have him by 15 feet. That looked like a botched hit and run as Zunkel kind of points to his chest as if to say, my fault. I don't know if he was supposed to get the bunt down there or what happened, but a broken play, and the Wolverines are out of the inning. However, the Cougars scored 2. We head to the last of the second inning. It's Chicago State 2, Utah Valley nothing.
Utah has embodied the spirit of industry. From the first transcontinental railroad to the first department store, we've led the way. As part of the Murdoch Auto team, we're proud to carry on this tradition. That's because when we say you are the heart of our business, it's more than just a slogan. It's our commitment to the values we all hold dear with no regrets. You've got to come see why you truly are the heart of our business. Murdoch Hyundai of Linden, part of the Murdoch Auto team. Click MurdochHyundaiLinden.com.
I decided to go to college to further my education and define my purpose in the world and be a part of something much bigger than myself.
I wanted to set up the best possible future for myself, both academically and athletically. I try to learn from everyone, whether that be professors, my teammates, or other student athletes.
I try to see everyone as an opportunity to learn. Everyone has a story to tell, and I think there's a moral and something you can learn from it.
Alexander Marco to lead off for the Wolverines. They trail 2-0 as we begin the last of the second inning. It'll be Marco, Matson, and Hayes for Utah Valley. Brett Gregory back out on the mound for Chicago State. He retired the Wolverines in order in the first inning. So Utah Valley looking to answer back after the Cougars put up 2 in the top of the second. Fastball misses up high to Marco. 1-0. Here it comes, and a fastball misses high and away, and it's 2-0. Marco Alexander hitting .360 on the year. Leads the team with 6 home runs. The 2-0 pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball catches the outside corner at the knees, and it's 2-1 to Alexander Marco, rather. Wolverines would just like to get a base runner. The 2-1 pitch, a fastball misses outside, and it's 3-1. So a good hitter's count for Marco, who will no doubt look to drive one here. The outfield in left and center, they're medium deep and straight away. In right field, Lowe is playing shallow. There's a high pop-up that's going to twist out of play on the third base side, and the count runs full. Here comes the payoff pitch. Marco takes a fastball inside for ball 4. The Wolverines have their base runner. The leadoff man is on, and Mick Matson will come to bat. Brett Gregory is a 6-foot, 205-pound red shirt sophomore rather, out of Lompoc, California. Transfer from Santa Barbara Community College. So Gregory into his stretch for the first time this afternoon. The pitch to Matson. Fastball misses up and in. Not close for ball 1. Matson last night went 2 for 6 with 3 RBIs. 2-0 Cougars. We're in the last of the second inning. A man on, nobody out. Gregory set. He comes home, and another fastball misses way up high for ball 2. Gregory will struggle with the command at times. He takes a walk, touches the rosin bag, now back on top, and he will peer in. Marco at first base has not attempted to steal a base this season, has a short lead over there. The 2-0 pitch to Matson. A fastball in there on the inside corner, strike 1.
And we saw Utah Valley last night really test Arndt behind the plate. We'll see if today they do the same thing. Gregory seems to have a little bit quicker move with a shorter arm release coming home as they throw over to first to get Marco diving back. So that's something to keep in mind. Remember, the quicker your delivery to the plate, the harder and the better the jump and the lead that runner at first needs to get.
The 2-1 pitch coming to Matson. Here it is. A fastball swung on and hit high and foul off to the right. And the count's even at 2-2 strikes. It's a chilly afternoon. The sun is shining though. And the wind is just kind of swirling at the moment. The left fielder, Brock Jr., has now moved over toward left center field. The pitch is swung on and foul tipped off of Arndt, and he's in some pain. He goes down. I'm not sure where that got him, but he is in a lot of pain, down on his knees, his head in the dirt. And I think it was his right hand, and here comes Beef Levitt, the Utah Valley athletic trainer. Hopefully Arndt is all right.
I believe last night it was his catching hand. This seems to be his throwing hand. That's the one that he was kind of trying to shake. I grabbed the binoculars and take a look, and was taking a look at it. But Jordan, this has just been a tough series for Arndt behind the plate. This is the second time early on that and Steve Jocelyn and him exchange a couple words. It looks like he's ready to go. And Javier Cantu, it looks like he's going to give him a minute. The catcher and umpire oftentimes will watch out for each other in that way.
So Arndt seems to be all right. So it goes for the catcher. Ouch. 2-2 to Matson. Marco at first base. Nobody out. Here it comes from Gregory. A swing and a foul backing out of play. A fastball at 84 miles an hour on the outside portion of the plate. And we'll do it again. Payson Hayes is on deck. 2-0 Chicago State. Last of the second inning. A man on, nobody out. Here comes the 2-2 to Matson. Fastball misses up high, and for the second consecutive hitter, Gregory goes full. Marco led off this inning with a walk. Utah Valley still looking for that first base hit. The runner takes off. A swing and a line drive through the right side. It almost hit Marco. He's going to go first to third as Lowe comes up with it in right. Matson stops at first with a single. And the Wolverines have something going here in the second inning. Yikes. Marco took off on the pitch, and that line drive nearly hit him. That could have been really bad, because that would have hit him either right in the shoulder or the face. That was frightening. However, as it works out, it's a perfect hit and run. Runners on the corners, nobody out for Payson Hayes. The middle infield stays back for Chicago State. They will concede the run. Fastball runs up and in to Hayes, and it's 1-0. Coburn at third base is just a step behind the lip of the grass as Hansel is holding on the runner at first. We'll see if Eric Matson, that is, sends Mick at first. He does not. A ball misses up high. That was a breaking ball, one of the first ones we've seen from Gregory. That looked like the changeup. He also has a curveball that he'll feature. 2-0 to Hayes. Utah Valley does not need a base hit to score a run here. Nobody out, runners on the corners. Here it comes. A fastball swung on and fouled back off the facing of the rooftop, and it caroms down into the first row on the third base side. Look out. An okay-sized crowd so far here on a sunshiny, chilly Saturday afternoon. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Hayes. Righty versus righty. Gregory set at the belt. He kicks and fires. Here's a little pop-up right to the second baseman. He dives. He has it. Everyone's going to have to stay put. That ball was hit very weakly and not very high, so Sullivan, who was playing up the middle, had to sprint in and to his left and made the shoe top grab. What originally looked like a routine play turned into somewhat of a tougher challenge, but he does the job. And Sims will come up, rather, after Hayes is retired. Still just 1 away. 2 on. The pitch to Sims is swung on and fouled high and off to the right. First pitch fastball from Gregory. Marco walked to begin the inning. He is at third base after Matson followed it up with a single. 2-0 Cougars. Throw over to first base. Matson back in diving. Sims on the year hitting .256. He has 1 home run and 15 men batted home. Went 1 for 4 last night with an RBI. The 1-strike pitch coming to him. A fastball swung on and driven into right center field. That is going to split the outfielders, and it's going to roll all the way to the warning track. Matson scores easily, or excuse me, Marco scores easily. Here comes Matson around third. The throw home is not in time. It skips away from Arndt. Backing up the play was Gregory, and Utah Valley ties it up on a 1-out RBI double from Drew Sims. Chicago State in this series has generally played the outfielders fairly shallow, and it came back to hurt them there as that ball was not hammered necessarily into the gap, but with the right fielder and center fielder not playing very deep, it easily split them and allowed Matson to score from first. So Sims is at second base, still just 1 out in the inning, and here is Plakas. The pitch to him, a swing and a miss.
And was Utah Valley got a little lucky there. That was a really good relay in from Lowe to Sullivan, and Sullivan put a good throw on the plate. Just tough there for Arndt behind the plate to try to catch it as the tag's coming in and just try to swipe the tag too quickly there and just couldn't grab the baseball in time.
Yeah, a throw that's more on the money probably gets McMatson at the plate. As a fastball just misses off the outside, it's 1-1 to Jake Plakas. Plakas, the freshman, hitting .222 on the year. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Went 0 for 3 last night. The 1-1 pitch coming to him with a runner in scoring position, and Gregory steps off and looks back Sims. Well, the good news is if you're a Wolverine fan, the Utah Valley answers back after falling behind 2-0. They tied the score.
It's really important there for Utah Valley to get a run or two back just to kind of chip away at this lead. We've seen Utah Valley play from behind way too much this year, Jordan, and in those times it has a way of one thing going wrong leading to another before you know it, you've dug yourself too big of a hole. So it's good to see them fight their way back in this one, and especially to do it so early on.
Plekas fouls one off, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to him. 1 man on, 1 man out. 2-2 our score. Gregory from the stretch checks on Sims at second, now steps off again and looks him back. He does not want Sims to get a big lead out there. Sims is not a fast runner. Lowe is playing shallow in right field, shaded toward the foul line. Gayton in center is in right center field. And then in left field, Brock Jr. is straight away. Plakas looks at a fastball on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. The second strikeout of the afternoon for Gregory, and there are 2 away for Trevor Howell. A base hit with 2 outs should score Drew Sims. Wolverines looking to take the lead. 2 runs already in here in the second. Howell looks at a ball low and away. It's 1-0. Howell had a very nice night last night. Went 3 for 4 with a couple men batted home. Hit the ball hard. The 1-0 pitch coming. Gregory taking a long time. Now he comes home and a fastball catches the inside corner, and the count is even at 1-1. Howell's average up to 225 after struggling for much of this season at the plate. The 1-1 pitch, a fastball misses outside at 88 miles an hour, so Gregory really put something behind that one. Most of his fastballs have been in the low 80s, but he reached back and unleashed that, but it missed. 2-1 the count. Righty versus righty. The pitch to Howell. A swing and a high liner off and to the right. A foul. 2-2.
For Trevor Howell, Jordan, you just want to see him continue to build off of what he's been doing the last couple of weeks. Definitely starting to get into a better spot offensively from where he was at the beginning to the start of conference play, but really starting to settle in nicely and getting back to the Trevor Howell of old.
Indeed, the 2-2 pitch. A fastball misses way up high at 87 miles an hour, and the count is full. Well, Utah Valley has had really nice at-bats against Gregory. They have made him work. Should Howell reach, the lineup would turn over. It would be Cody Hall. He's on deck. 2-2, a man at second base with 2 outs. The pitch, a swing and a pop-up. A high pop-up, foul territory, third base side. Coburn giving chase, but he is going to run out of room, and it's onto the rooftop. And we'll do it again. Howell, the senior out of San Diego, looking to come through here with a 2-out base hit that would put the Wolverines ahead. Utah Valley picked up their first conference win at home last night. They're trying to make it 2 in a row today. Gregory peers in. Now he has what he wants. The 3-2 pitch. Howell swings and pops a little blooper into right field. Charging is low, and he's not going to get there. He trapped it. Sims jogs around third. He scores, and Utah Valley takes a 3-2 lead. Trevor Howell just put the bat on the ball. A little bloop off the end of his bat. It does the job. A valiant effort by Tyler Lowe coming in from right field. He could not quite make the play. And Howell picks up RBI number 10 on the year.
Again, just one of those impressive at-bats we talk about that we're seeing from the Wolverines. Working the count, fouled off a pitch, took a close pitch for a ball, and then just finds a way to get one going right there. Low, still with his hands on his knees out there in right field. I'm not sure, maybe he got roughed up a little bit on that dive or not. We'll have to keep an eye on that as we go throughout the game.
The pitch to Hall is swung on and hit deep, but foul down the right field line. Yeah, Hall came sprinting in. He dove headlong toward the infield, and he almost made a sensational grab, and hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him. He seems to be all right. But good things happen if you just put the bat on the ball with 2 outs. Howell did just that. The pitch to Hall is swung on and fouled off to the right, and it's quickly 0-2. Hall last inning struck out in his first at bat. 3-2 Utah Valley. They put up 3 runs here in the second after giving up 2 in the top half of the inning, and they're not done yet. Gregory set at the belt. There goes Howell from first. A swing. Hall went around, so the throw down does not matter. Hall strikes out. Couldn't check his swing, and the inning is over. However, Utah Valley plates 3 on 3 hits. They leave a man stranded. We head to the top of the third inning. It's the Wolverines 3, the Cougars 2.
Let's do this. Let's do it. Huh? Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's do it. Yeah. 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 I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Be a king in your mind, but do the work of a servant. With a purpose on the mission, you get to what you deserving. If it's worth it, you'll be on straight and narrow instead of swerving. Ignore the dream killers and doubters, because they ain't perfect.
Dang, still a lot of doubters out there. What do you want to tell them?
Thank you for the motivation.
Kickstart.
As Paxton Schultz heads back out to the mound for the Wolverines, and here with the play-by-play, it is my pleasure to give you Ryan Pickens.
Tyler Zunkel taps one back to the pitcher, Paxton Schultz, who will take a few steps and underhand toss to first, and there's one away here in the third.
Don't forget, fans, to stick around for our post-game show. We will hand out our Wilkinson's Trophy Player of the Game. With 41 years of experience, Wilkinson's Trophy is your place for awards, screen printing, embroidery, and name badges. Check out selections online at wilkinsonstrophy.com.
Reggie Brock Jr. takes the first pitch, called strike, and it's 0-1 as Brock Jr. grounded a similar play that Tyler Zunkel just hit into is the way that Brock Jr. started the game there. He'll try to hold up, but he made some contact to just foul the ball away at home plate, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes here on Reggie Brock Jr. Paxton Schultz, the right-hander, ready to go. He'll work pretty quick on the mound, and the 0-2 pitch right there, but this one missing just above the belt for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count here on Reggie Brock Jr.
Well, it may be obvious, but after the Wolverines put up 3 in the last of the second, Schultz certainly wants a shutdown inning.
The 1-2 pitch, and there's a swing and miss there. That appeared to be a slider there from Paxton Schultz, and Brock Jr. chases. That is strikeout number 3 for Paxton Schultz. And Andy Gayton, the center fielder, will stand in. Gayton 0 for 1 as he grounded out to Trevor Howell back in his first plate appearance. The first pitch there. Gayton, I think he was trying to pull the bunt there, but pulls it back for a called strike, and it's 0-1 here on Gayton. Schultz ready on the mound, gets the sign, has what he wants, comes home. This one over for a called strike 2, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Gayton. Gayton hitting 270, swings and hits this one out to left. Plakis, though, takes about a step in, waits under it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. So the Cougars go down in order 1, 2, 3. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Beltran, Eastburn, Marco due up for Utah Valley on the WAC Digital Network.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Bottom of the 3rd inning here at UCCU Ballpark in Orem, Utah. 2, 3, and 4 coming up as Michael Beltran will get ready to step in the box for the Wolverines. Beltran 0 for 1, flew out to center field in his only plate appearance against Brett Gregory, who goes back to work here for Chicago State. Gregory ready to go on the mound here to start the bottom of the 3rd, and the first pitch to Beltran, a fastball that misses off the plate and in the other batter's box for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes the count here on Michael Beltran. The 1-0 pitch on its way home, and Beltran swings and pulls that one. Foul. Will be a line drive down by the Utah Valley bullpen. And the count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike here on Michael Beltran. Beltran, for the longest time this year, was the leading hitter for this Wolverine ball club. Still not doing too bad. 338 coming into this at-bat, and he pops one into shallow right field. Coming in is low. He'll run it down to make the play for the first out of the inning, and barreling over, and I don't know if he tripped. That's the second baseman, Matt Sullivan, who's down, and they're going to immediately call for head coach Steve Jocelyn to come out. The center fielder Lowe came in, and I think Sullivan was trying to get out of the way, and I think he tripped on something out there, but he's down, and he's just not, he's very slow to get up, and he is limping pretty good right there in shallow right field as you see Beeve Levitt run out. And boy, players are keeping Beeve busy.
They are. It's his left leg, it looks like, and he's just having a tough time putting weight on it as he goes back down to his knees, and it's just bad luck if you're the Cougars. And I don't know how he'll possibly stay in the game. He can't put any weight on that, and he's going to come out, and he's not going to be able to walk on it under his own power. So Jocelyn and Beeve Levitt will help him off the field, and that's unfortunate. Hopefully the Cougars' second baseman, Sullivan, he'll be all right, but that doesn't
look good.
No.
The tough part, Jordan, too, is you're taking a hitter who's hitting .315 out of your lineup in the middle part. Your leading hitter now out of the lineup for you, and we'll kind of see here the order here, what they're going to do right here. We're looking in, and I'm trying to think.
They're going to send in, I believe, well, I don't know who that is. That's number 29.
That's Cole Hansel. 29. They might be making a move with the first baseman. They may move. Well, Hansel is the first baseman, so he's probably going to remain in the ball game, would be my guess. But
there we go.
It's going to be Dalton Ryans who will come out, and he will go to second base. I think Hansel came to, grab a baseball to have a chance to make a couple of throws. So Ryans in for Sullivan. That's nonetheless not a good injury for Chicago State. You never want to see anyone get hurt, but much less when it's your leading hitter. It's tough. Dalton Ryans will come in, and he will, I'm just assuming, he's going to take over in that number 3 spot for Matt Sullivan. I don't see where else he would be able to go in this lineup.
So he'll take a couple warm-up throws, and now we're ready to go.
So Ryan Eastburn will step into the box right here with one gone. And Eastburn 0 for 1, grounded out to the first baseman, Hansel. That ended the first inning. Here's the first pitch, and Eastburn swings and pops this one up. Straight up into the air, the third baseman, Coburn, coming in foul territory. He'll make the catch in foul territory right up against the line, and there's 2 away. And with 2 gone, that brings up Alexander Marco. Marco walked and then came around to score back in the second inning for Utah Valley when the Wolverines plated 3 runs in the second inning. Gregory ready to go, comes home with the fastball. That one in there at the knees for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Gregory, the right-hander, ready to go again here with the 0-1 pitch. Marco swings and sends this one down the right field line and foul. It's no balls and 2 strikes to count here on Alexander Marco. Gregory winds and delivers the 0-2 pitch, and that one pulled foul over into the batters, over by the Utah Valley dugout. And will remain no balls and 2 strikes on Alexander Marco.
That looked like the curveball, perhaps the first one I've seen this afternoon from Gregory, and he had Marco way out in front of it.
It's been a lot of fastball changeup today. There's, I believe, the changeup, and that one misses low for a ball. It's 1-2. That might have been a curve. Had a lot of downward movement now that I think of it. The changeup usually has some downward movement, but oftentimes a little bit of a late downward movement. That one was pretty straight downward. More like that pitch there. That one's fouled back. 1-2 the count. So Alexander Marco staying alive here in the batter's box for the Wolverines. Here in the bottom of the third inning, a 3-2 lead for Utah Valley. The Wolverines winning last night's contest. We'll keep an eye throughout the WAC today. Most of the games, though, however, coming up tonight. The fastball stays high, and it moves the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, on that out-of-town scoreboard, the only other game occurring right now, New Mexico State and Northern Colorado. The Aggies lead the Bears 3-0, that game in the last of the second.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one low, ball 3, and the count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Alexander Marco.
The Wolverines come into today just 2.5 games back of first place Sacramento State. However, there are 4 teams bunched up in front of them.
Marco swings and pops this one up over towards first. Giving it a look is Hansel, but he's going to run out of room. It'll be a long, it'll just be a foul ball because he already has 2 strikes. So we'll keep it. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Alexander Marco.
We talked about this a little before the ball game, just you and I, Ryan, but Utah Valley, these games against Chicago State, against Northern Colorado last weekend, are so important because you're facing not the basement dwellers. Ooh.
And that one comes inside and hits Marco. And so Alexander Marco will be aboard here with 2 outs by the hit by pitch. The second time Marco's reached base, and that will keep the inning alive here for Mick Madsen, who singled and scored a run back in the second.
You're not facing the best of the WAC right now in Northern Colorado and Chicago State, so you got to win these games because your toughest series are still to come against Sac State, New Mexico State, and so forth.
And the tough part is in that stretch, even if you lose 2 out of 3 in those 3 series, Jordan, that's 3 and 6 in that stretch as Madsen swings through it. So he chases a pitch high, and it's no balls and a strike. And so you kind of, that's just the tough part there. You have to remember at 33 games, I think you're allowed 56 in college baseball as Madsen pops this one up on the infield. Hansel in foul territory makes the catch right by the UCCU logo in foul territory, and that will end the 3rd inning. We head to the 4th, Utah Valley leading Chicago State 3-2. Top of the 4th inning, as it will be Dalton Ryans who will stand in and lead it off. Ryans will have his first plate appearance of the ball game. He came in to replace Matt Sullivan in the bottom of the inning, and there he takes a called strike one. It's 0-1. Ryans did play though, however, in last night's contest for Chicago State. There he'll swing and chop this one over deep in the hole. Cody Hall there on the second hop will collect it and throw to first in time to retire Ryans, and there's 1 away. And that will bring up the right fielder, Tyler Lowe. So Lowe went deep in his first plate appearance in the second, hit a kind of a line drive shot to left center, or to just kind of straight away left field. It just found its way up and over the wall, about halfway onto the berm. And the pitch there, fastball in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1 on Tyler Lowe. Lowe homer also in last night's contest for Chicago State, so quickly adding to his home run total of the year. And the 0-1 pitch there and in at the knees for a called strike 2, and it's 0-2, and Paxton Schultz settling into a nice groove here in the top of the 4th inning. Schultz looks in and delivers. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes on Lowe.
I believe the ball that Lowe hit out of the ballpark in his first at-bat was a breaking ball that kind of hung up there. And so Lowe has seen a steady diet in this at-bat of just straight fastballs.
No balls and 2 strikes. Schultz ready to go. And he will wind and deliver the 0-2 pitch. There's a slider, it looked like. Low and inside for a ball, and it's 1-2. Paxton Schultz, a lot of fastballs, a lot of curveballs, but we'll see the occasional slider in there. One out of the zone with the fastball, swung out and missed, strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Paxton Schultz, and there's 2 gone here in the 4th, and that brings up James Rosenhagen. So Rosenhagen struck out in his first plate appearance. He'll stand in. Ready to go here from the right side. Ready to go. The pitch on its way. Swung out and popped up. Hit into right field. Going back, Marco. He's on the warning track with his back up against the wall. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. So another quick inning for Paxton Schultz. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-2 lead for Utah Valley here on the WAC Digital Network and GoUVU.com.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
No matter where you are in life.
No matter your interests.
From award-winning music
to acting.
To theater programs.
There's a place for you.
A place for you.
A place for you at UVU. A place to engage,
To rise.
To succeed.
to become.
Bottom of the fourth inning here at UCCU Ballpark in Orem, Utah. It's a 3-2 lead for Utah Valley. All the runs that have been scored in this ball game came in the second inning. Chicago State scoring 2 in the top, and Utah Valley coming back with a 3-run bottom of the second inning. And first baseman Payson Hayes will get ready to stand in and lead it off here for Utah Valley. Hayes hit one, just a high pop-up that the then second baseman Matt Sullivan was able to run down. And the first pitch on its way. That one low into the backstop for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes to Payson Hayes. We looked at the television replay, and the replay that was shown, and some suspicion of maybe a pulled muscle potentially by Sullivan as he went out to get that ball. Because he stayed away from Lowe when Lowe came in to make the catch in the bottom of the third inning. The 1-0 pitch stays high for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Payson Hayes. And so not really in the area where you would see him trip over someone. However, sometimes, especially on a cool day, your muscles can just kind of tighten up. Hayes smokes that one to third. Coburn playing in on the grass, able to somehow glove that one and make the throw to first in time for the first out of the inning. That ball was a rocket hit off the bat by Payson Hayes, and a great play by Coburn, especially with him playing in on the grass at third base. His reaction time right there would have been quickened very much in a hurry. Here's Drew Sims. The first pitch is sent foul back up over the top of the screen for strike 1. No balls and a strike, and still we see Coburn playing in on that grass at third base. No balls and a strike. The wind and the delivery on its way, and that one's hit by Sims into right field. Going back is Lowe. He'll run it down and make the catch, and there's 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. You could say on that ball that Hayes hit that if Coburn's playing back in a normal position, it may have been even a tougher play, because then the ball could have taken some weird hop, or he would have caught that in-between hop. And by playing it where Coburn did, right on the grass, he didn't have to worry about that in-between hop at all. Here's Jake Plakis, went down on strikes in his first plate appearance, and there he takes a pitch high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Jake Plakis. Gregory winds and delivers this one, and Plakis pops this one up. In foul territory, Arndt's behind the plate, going to try to run it down. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. So both teams now, and both pitchers finding a groove here so far in the third and the fourth. We head to the fifth. Utah Valley leading Chicago State 3-2.
What is it about the car shopping experience at Murdoch Hyundai that has everyone talking? Maybe it's the safety inspections or the car washes for life. It could be the price match guarantee, or maybe it's just the way you're treated. Come fall in love in Linden, Logan, and Murray at Murdoch Hyundai. Your no regrets dealer.
Top of the fifth inning here at UCCU Ballpark, as Cole Hansel will stand in to lead it off for Chicago State. Hansel, Colburn, and Arndt coming up. Paxton Schultz looks to stay in the groove as we send it over with the play-by-play to Jordan Bianucci. Jordan.
Thanks very much, Ryan. Schultz winds and fires. The first pitch is hit on a line into left field. A jam shot by Hansel. And after retiring six men in a row, Hansel leads off the fifth against Schultz with a single. It's his first hit of the day, and the tying run is aboard for Gabriel Coburn. So Schultz back into the stretch. I say back into the stretch. He was in the stretch once today. That was in the second inning. He only faced one batter in the stretch as a ball misses down and in. Fastball at 90 miles an hour to the right-handed hitter. Ball one. Coburn was that guy that reached base for the first time against Schultz. That's excluding the solo home run off the bat of Tyler Lowe as Schultz checks on the runner. So Coburn, I beg your pardon, he reached on a walk back in the second inning. Eventually came around to score on an Arndt single. He swings and misses here at a fastball low in the zone, and it's 1-1 to him. Man on, nobody out. We're in the fifth inning. Schultz working quickly. Peers in. The high set. Now he throws over to first again, and Hansel is back in diving. Hansel has stolen one base this season. He has been caught once. The righty kicks and fires. A curveball is grounded to third base. Mattson has it, goes to second for one, but he throws it into right field. Heading to third is Hansel. Coburn will stay at first as Marco comes up with it in shallow right field. And it's going to be an error on Mick Mattson. That could have been two, but Mattson threw wide of second base. Hall could not get it. And now there are two on, nobody out for Arndt. That was a high hopper that kind of handcuffed Mattson, but he did a nice job. He fielded it well, but with the side arm throw to second, just couldn't keep it on target as the ball misses up and in. A changeup to Arndt. Ball one. So for the second time today, Arndt comes to bat with a man on base. Two men on this time. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball is swung on, ground ball, base hit into left field. Coming in to score is Hansel, and we are tied at 3. The second RBI single of the day for Patrick Arndt. Moving to second is Coburn, still nobody out.
We're going to see Eric Madsen come out here and have a chat with Paxton Schultz here in the fifth. Schultz only at 57 pitches, Jordan, so maybe not tiring here, but got to credit Chicago State. When they've had a chance to hit the fastball, they have hit the fastball.
Indeed. That run will not be earned. No, it will not be earned. The error on Mattson on the errant throw comes into play there. The Cougars have actually out-hit Utah Valley today, 4-3 now. 3-3 the score as Javier Cantu comes out to break up the mound visit. Cantu's just kind of standing out there going, let's go. So Zunkel will come up. He's 0 for 1. He bounced out to the pitcher back in the third inning. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. Zunkel in his at-bats this weekend has looked overmatched. He shows bunt here, and bunt's a good one down the third baseline. Charging, Mattson has it. He gloves it, throws to first to get the runner, but Zunkel does the job. A nice bunt, good execution, and the runners move to second and third with just one out in the inning, and the top of the order coming up for Chicago State.
And this is one of those positions, Jordan, where if you're Chicago State, you really need to find a way to push a run or two across here. Just because you've been gifted an opportunity to have both runners in scoring position and less than 2 outs. For Reggie Brock Jr., you can't look to do too much here.
Indeed, the Cougars do not need a base hit to take the lead. Righty versus righty. Brock Jr. has bounced out and struck out. He swings and hits one high into left field. This should do the job. Plank is coming in. He has it. Here comes the throw. It is cut off. It goes to third, and they get the runner trying to take third base, and the inning ends. However, the run does score, so the Cougars take a 4-3 lead after Mattson does a nice job to cut that ball off, throw to third base. I'm not sure what Arndt was thinking trying to take third on that play. Perhaps he thought that they were going to let that throw come home. Anyway, the inning is over. The Cougars plate 2 and take a 4-3 lead over Utah Valley as we head to the last of the 5th on GoUVU.com.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from award-winning accounting to marketing and entrepreneurship programs, there's a place for you at Utah Valley University. A place to engage, to rise, to succeed, to become.
We head to the last of the 5th inning. Cougars 4, Wolverines 3. After Chicago State plates 2 to tie and take the lead in the top half of this inning. Trevor Howell to lead things off. He will be followed by Hall and Beltran. So pitching with the lead now, Gregory throws, and this one's hit high and deep to left. That one's on its way! Home run! Trevor Howell with his first of the year, and we are tied up. First pitch swinging. He ambushed one. And just like that, it is 4-4. Stay hot, Trevor Howell. His second hit of the day, and here is Cody Hall. First pitch to him is a fastball, missing up high, ball 1. 2 RBIs today for Howell. The 1-0 to Hall is a fastball in there at the knees, and it's 1-1. Hall has struck out twice today. So the Wolverines trailed, but not for long. They tie it back up. What a big-time answer. A swing and a high fly ball into right field, low coming in. He makes the grab. And there's one away. Here's Michael Beltran with the bases empty and 1 out. Beltran hit his first home run of the season last night. That was a big shot as a fastball is in there at the knees, strike 1. Beltran today is 0 for 2. The 1-strike pitch to him is a swing and a high fly foul down the right field line. In his first at-bat, Beltran hit one to deep right center field, but Gayton tracked it down on the warning track. The 0-2 pitch to Beltran. A swing and a line drive. That's going to fall. A looping liner into center field, and it's a 1-out single for Beltran. So now you get to the meat of this Utah Valley order, the go-ahead run at first base. Eastburn is 0 for 2 today. The left-handed hitter, though, does have a 13-game hitting streak going. Trying to extend that here. Gregory back into his stretch. He would love a ground ball. Righty versus lefty. The pitch. A fastball catches the outside corner for a called strike 1.
One thing to keep in mind, Jordan, we've seen that Brett Gregory's had to go a little bit deeper to hitters, and so he's now at 75 pitches. So we'll see some action start to go in that Chicago State bullpen.
A swing and a high drive deep to right center field. On the track, banging into the wall is Gayton as he makes the grab. Beltran went more than halfway, has to hustle back. Boy, Eastburn gave that one a ride. just to the left of where the 388 marker would be, but a great job by Gayton to sprint back and track it down. 2 away. So here is Marco. Boy, Gayton had to go a long way to get that baseball. The pitch to Marco is a fastball that misses high, just above the belt. Ball 1 to him.
It's a big gap outfield here at UCCU Ballpark, too, and so that's not a short distance for Gayton.
There's a swing and a looping liner into left. That's going to fall for a base hit. Reggie Brock Jr. up with it. Stopping at second is Beltran as the throw comes into third. And there are 2 men on with 2 men out, and Mick Matson will come to the plate. Marco with his first base hit of the afternoon. So Matson will try to make up for the fielding error in the top half of this inning. He had a ground ball to third base, tried to go to second for the force out, but threw it into right field. Eventually that run came in to score. 2 men on, 2 men out, 4-4 our score. We're in the last of the 5th inning. The pitch to Matson. The fastball misses up high for ball 1. Matson singled and scored a run back in the 2nd inning. He hit a line drive into right field. Popped up in the 3rd. He is 1 for 2. The 1-0 pitch. Nope. Gregory steps off and looks back Beltran at second base. Matson hitting .272 on the year. He is hitting .353 with runners in scoring position this season. Looking to give the Wolverines the lead. The fastball swung on and hit high into center field. Gayton going back into his left. He will square up in front of the warning track and make the two-handed catch to end the inning. Utah Valley gets a run back, though. They tied the score on a Trevor Howell solo home run, his first of the year. We go to the 6th inning. It's Utah Valley 4, Chicago State 4 on GoUVU.com.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests. From innovative exercise science, outdoor recreation to STEM programs, there's a place for you at Utah Valley University. A place to engage, to rise, to succeed, to become.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me.
You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter. Shortstop. High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
4-4 the score as we begin the 6th inning here in Orem. Gayton, Ryans, and Lowe, 2, 3, and 4 due up for Chicago State. A swing and a high fly ball deep to right center field. Beltran going back, still going back, and he can't get it. It hits off his glove on the warning track. Heading into second and stopping there with a leadoff double is Gayton. Boy, he gave that one a ride, and Beltran, I thought he had it. He tracked it down, and on the warning track, it just glanced off his glove. Beltran usually so good in center field. That's certainly a double, but I think if you ask Michael, that's a ball he would say he needs to catch. He did the hard part getting there. It was just seeing that ball into the glove. So the go-ahead run at second base, nobody out for Ryans. The pitch to him is swung on, line drive, base hit into center field. Gayton froze at second base and started back for second, thinking that ball might get caught, so he will not be able to score as the throw comes into home. He takes third base. Runners on the corners, nobody out. For Ryans, that's his first hit after coming in for the injured Sullivan.
And this is where you have to be very careful, Jordan, because now you get runners on the corners. You get Lowe, the hitter, and Lowe's hit 2 home runs in the series. So this is where Paxton Schultz is going to have to be. You have to be around the plate, but you can't miss too good over the plate, if that makes sense.
It does. You have to be careful here. Schultz from the stretch, a swing and a ground ball foul on the first base side. A slider there from Schultz that really fools Lowe, and he kind of put on an emergency swing there with no count on him and fouled it off. Tie game. We're in the top of the sixth. The pitch from Schultz, a fastball at the knees taken for strike two. Certainly a strikeout situation. If you're Schultz, if you're Lowe, you just want to put the ball in play. The Wolverines up the middle and the infielder playing back, so a ground ball would put Chicago State ahead. The 0-2 is grounded right up the middle. The second baseman, Hall, boots it. One flip to second, the throw over to first, not in time. Hall salvages one out there with the force out. The run comes in to score. That's Gayton, and Chicago State retakes the lead. It is 5-4. That was a tailor-made double play ball, but Hall bobbled it at second as he tried to scoop it and underhand it to Howell. He recovered in time to get the one out, so there's a man at first with one gone. Here is Rosenhagen. He takes a strike on the inside corner, a changeup. So Lowe picks up an RBI on what will go down as a 4-6 fielder's choice. Just like that, the Cougars back out in front. Rosenhagen, the designated hitter, is 0 for 2 today. He flied out to deep right field. Back in the fourth inning, he takes a breaking ball inside, and it's 1-1 to him. That fly out, he hit it to the wall, just a few feet, maybe 2 or 3 feet more, and it would have been a home run. A man at first base with one out. The 1-1 pitch. Rosenhagen swings and fouls back this fastball. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So a double, then a single to begin this inning, and then Lowe grounded into the force out. The 1-2 pitch coming from Schultz. He pauses for a long time. Now here it is. Curveball! Called strike 3 on the inside corner. And they're 2 away. That is the 5th strikeout on the afternoon for Schultz. And Cole Hansel, a left-handed hitter, will come to bat. Hansel singled in the 5th. The pitch to him. There's a slider on the outside corner. Strike 1. Schultz kind of backdoored Hansel there. That's a good-looking pitch. Low at first base, held on by Hayes. The pitch to Hansel. A swing and a line drive base hit up the middle. Beltran over to cut it off in left center. And there are 2 men on. So Hansel picks up his second base hit of the day, going the other way for the second time. And here's Gabriel Coburn, looking to lengthen this Chicago State lead. 3 hits in the inning for the Cougars. They lead 5-4. Nobody up in the Utah Valley bullpen. Schultz has thrown just 70 pitches. Coburn has scored twice today. He's been on base twice. A walk, and then he reached on an error. Righty versus righty. The pitch to him. A swing and a looping liner into right. That's going to fall in front of Marco. Here comes Lowe around third. The throw is going to go into third, cut off by Matson. Coming in to score is Lowe. It is 6-4 Chicago State. The Cougars bringing out the bats here in the 6th inning. For Coburn, that's RBI number 8 on the year. Hansel takes third, so runners on the corners for Patrick Arndt. Schultz trying to get out of this inning. A swing and a miss at a breaking ball as a left-hander begins to get loose in the Utah Valley bullpen.
Cole Yoakum down there throwing for the Wolverines. Could give maybe Chicago State, I don't think I've seen a lefty in the series. It might maybe give the Cougars a little bit different look to face here if they have to go to Yoakum.
The 1 strike breaking ball misses down in the dirt. As Arndt checks his swing, it's 1-1. Arndt's had a great day at the plate. He is 2 for 2 with 2 RBI singles. He's looking for another one here. 2 men on, 2 men out. 6-4, Chicago State. The pitch, a swing and a foul back to the screen. A breaking ball there from Schultz. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, Schultz needs to get an out here. He does not want to make this hole any deeper for the Wolverines. They trail by 2 runs. The pitch to Arndt. The runner takes off from first, and a swing and a foul high and off to the right. Coburn at first, Hansel at third. 4 hits in this inning, 2 runs for the Cougars. Schultz set. The 1-2 to Arndt. The runner takes off again. A swing and a ground ball foul on the third base side. Coburn getting a workout over at first. He's stolen just 1 base this season, but he's trying to get a head start here and maybe goad Sims into throwing down to second if Arndt were to take a pitch. Now a throw over to first. Coburn back in diving. In the last half of this 6th inning, the Wolverines will have Hayes, Sims, and Plekis due up. The runner takes off again, a swing and a pop-up. Third base side, it'll be Matson on the fair side of the foul line, and the inning is over. But the Cougars plate 2 on 4 hits. They leave 2 stranded. We head to the last of the 6th inning. It's Chicago State 6, Utah Valley 4.
Well, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great.
Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests,
From award-winning business
and STEM to performing arts programs, there's a place for you. A place for you.
a place for you at UVU.
A place to engage, to rise,
To succeed.
to become.
Six to 4, Utah Valley trails Chicago State as we head to the last of the 6th inning. It'll be Payson Hayes, Drew Sims, and Jake Plakis for Utah Valley. The right-handed starter, Brett Gregory, back out on the mound for the Cougars. Trying to provide a shutdown inning after his club takes the lead. The pitch to Hayes. He swings and fouls one back. A fastball at 83 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. Hayes this afternoon is 0 for 2. He has popped up and grounded out. Coburn at third base playing just behind the infield cutout of grass. A fastball in there on the outside corner called for strike 2. Hayes has 5 homers on the year, 20 RBIs. He is second in home runs to Marco. A swing and a chopper foul on the third base side. A breaking ball there from Gregory. We haven't seen a lot of breaking stuff from Brett Gregory. He has the curveball and the changeup. I think that was the changeup. Righty versus righty. Here comes the 0-2. Strike 3 called. He got him with the changeup on the outside corner. There is one away.
You know, Gregory not a power arm, Jordan, but you have to give him a lot of credit here in the ball game. He has really found a way, especially with that changeup, to hit the corners when he's needed to. And right there just froze Payson Hayes. We'll see what Drew Sims can do with one out.
The pitch to Sims is a fastball up high. He did not check his swing, says the first base umpire, Troy Hodak. Strike one. The 0-1 is topped foul at home plate, and it's quickly 0-2. That Hayes a strikeout. It was just the fourth punch out for Gregory this afternoon, his first since the second inning. So the Wolverines have done a nice job putting the bat on the ball. Right now, Gregory out in front of Sims, 0-2. This one down in the dirt. Curveball missed. And it's 1-2 to Drew Sims. 6-4 the score. Cougars leading. Base is empty, one out. The pitch to Sims. Fastball swung on and driven foul down the right field line. A fastball thigh high, and we'll do it again. Plakus is on deck. From the windup, Gregory kicks and comes home, and a fastball is grounded to short. Zunkel waits on it, plays the short hop, throws to first, and Sims is out. 2 down in the Wolverine 6th inning. So Sims 1 for 3 this afternoon, and here is Plekas with the bases empty.
And right now, no action going in that Chicago State bullpen. So right now, head coach Steve Jocelyn really saying, Jordan, that this is Brett Gregory's game. And right now, he's going to stick with the right-hander.
Here comes pitch number 89, and Plekas takes a fastball up high for ball 1. Plekas is 0 for 2. He has struck out and popped up in foul territory. Hitting .216 on the year, 1 home run. He takes a ball. I'm not sure where that one missed. They look pretty good on the outside, about belt high. But ball 2, says home plate umpire Javier Cantu, has had a pretty consistent zone all afternoon. Righty versus righty. The Wolverines need a base runner, trailing by 2. The 2-0 pitch is swung on and fisted foul on the first base side. And the count's even at, the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Some sunbathers out on a cool but sunny afternoon here at UCCU Ballpark. Okay-sized crowd. The kids are out on the grassy berm. The 2-1 pitch, Plekas swings and misses. Out a fastball at 87 miles an hour, and it's 2-2. Tomorrow, we'll have Game 3 brunch at the ballpark, a 10 a.m. start. The 2-2 pitch to Plekas. A fastball misses just off the inside, and the count runs full.
Can you really call 10 a.m. brunch, though?
Depends when, for me, breakfast at the ballpark. Base is empty, 2 outs. The 3-2 misses down low, and he walked him. A good at bat there from Plekas, taking a couple close ones for balls, and Howell will come up as the tying run. Trevor Howell has a tremendous afternoon. He has singled in a run, and he hit a solo home run last inning. And now we're going to have a visit to the mound. That might be David Harden, the Chicago State Associate head coach. He has his pullover on, so I'm not sure which assistant that is, but it is not Steve Jocelyn having a meeting with Brett Gregory. And tomorrow, Ramsey will get the start for the Wolverines in Game 3. And Rodney Valdez, the lefty, will go for Chicago State.
I'm trying to think of the earliest. I know we've had some 11 a.m. games. I'm trying to remember. I don't think we've done a 10 a.m. game on a Sunday.
If we have, it hasn't been for a while.
Right? Nonetheless, it'll be kind of, breakfast in baseball, brunch in baseball. Hey.
There you go. First pitch breaking ball in there on the outside corner to Howell, and it's 0-1. Trevor Howell's average up to 238. The 1 home run of the season came last inning, as I mentioned. The 1-strike pitch to him. And a breaking ball in the dirt outside. Gregory spikes a curveball, and it's 1-1 to Howell. He represents the tying run. Utah Valley trailing 6-4 in the 6th. Plakis at first base. He walked with 2 outs. The Wolverines have done a nice job getting base runners on. They've been retired in order just twice today. The 1-1. A swing and a looping liner over the head of the shortstop Zunkel and into left field. A 2-out single, and the Wolverines are threatening. It's a nice job by Trevor Howell to keep the line moving. The tying run is aboard, back to the top of the order, and Cody Hall. Hall has struggled at the plate this afternoon. He is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. So Trevor Howell just keeps hitting. Nice job. He is red hot. Now a right-hander will start throwing in that bullpen for Chicago State. I believe that is Eunice Halem. Here is the pitch to Hall. Fastball inside, ball 1. Did not miss by much. Howell at first. Plakis at second. Ryan's the second baseman playing up the middle, so a big hole on that right side. The pitch to Hall. A fastball comes up and in, turns him away. And it's 2-0. We've seen this from Gregory at times. With men on base, he has lost command of that fastball. We'll see if Hall has the green light here, 2-0. 2 men on, 2 men out. Here comes the pitch. Fastball catches the inside corner. Hall turned away from it, but Javier Cantu says strike 1. 2-1 to Hall, who is hitting .254 on the year. No home runs, 17 RBIs. Looking for a big 2-out hit. The 2-1 pitch to him. Gregory checks the runner. Peering out at second, now comes home, and a fastball comes up and in again, and the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Hall takes a big breath, takes a walk. Michael Beltran is on deck. Gregory peers in. Hall should get a good pitch to hit here. The 3-1. Fastball is swung on and missed, and the count runs full. That was a good pitch to hit in the sense that it was middle in, but it was down in the zone at the bottom of that strike zone. So a good 3-1 pitch there from Brett Gregory, trying to get out of the jam after a walk and a single, all coming with 2 outs. The runners will be off with the pitch. So a base hit in the gap should tie the game. The 3-2, strike 3 called on the outside corner. Hall can't believe it. He thought it was ball 4, but the inning is over. Utah Valley gets a hit. They leave 2 stranded. We go to the 7th. It's Chicago State 6, Utah Valley 4.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? Sounds fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Don't forget to stick around after the ball game when we will award our Wilkinson's Trophy Player of the Game. With 41 years of experience, Wilkinson's Trophy is your place for awards, screen printing, embroidery, and name badges. Check out selections online at wilkinsonstrophy.com. 7th inning, Utah Valley trailing Chicago State 6-4, and here with the play-by-play is Ryan Pickens.
Thank you, Jordan, as Tyler Zunkel stands in and takes the first pitch strike. It's no balls and a strike here on Tyler Zunkel. Zunkel has grounded out and had a sacrifice in his last plate appearance, and now is down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes after that one settles in on the outside corner. Zunkel, Brock Jr., and Andy Gayton coming up here for the Cougars. The 0-2 pitch misses low and outside for a ball, and the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Zunkel. Utah Valley still having Cole Yoakum playing some catch down in the Wolverines bullpen as Paxton Schultz starts the 7th inning. The 1-2 pitch low for a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schultz only now just above 80 pitches. I think this will be pitch number 82 when he comes home here momentarily, and that one's going to be bounced towards second. Cody Hall charging, fields it with the glove, underhand toss to first in time to get Zunkel, and there's 1 away. That play is a little more difficult than Hall made it look. You're charging in, and if that ball takes any kind of a weird hop on you, and it goes for a base hit, but Cody Hall able to stick with it and then make a smooth transfer too, making that transfer running kind of away from your body, so to speak, to make the quick flip. Here's Brock Jr., and he swings the first pitch and sends it foul. No balls and a strike on Reggie Brock Jr. He's grounded out, struck out, and then flew out in his last plate appearance. The 0-1 pitch on its way home, and this one low for a ball, and it evens the count up, 1 ball and 1 strike. 6-4 lead for Chicago State on top of Utah Valley here in Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series. The 1-1 pitch, the slider that gets in there for a strike, and it's 1-2 the count here on Reggie Brock Jr. Schultz winds and delivers the 1-2 pitch. That one's pulled down past the diving third baseman, Mick Madsen. This one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Brock Jr. around first. He'll be easily standing up on second with a 1-out double. And that ball literally rolled about as far as it could down the line. And Jake Plakis had to come over and try to cut it off. And the runner now on at second base right here for Andy Gayton. Gayton has doubled, grounded out, and lined out in his last plate appearance. Sorry, doubled in his last plate appearance.
Yeah, he hit a ball deep to right center field that Beltran got a glove on, but just couldn't squeeze and catch to make the out.
Schultz ready to go from the stretch, comes home with the fastball, and it's over for a called strike, 0-1. For Chicago State, an opportunity to get a late inning insurance run here. Utah Valley with a favorable part of the lineup due up in the bottom of the 7th with Beltran, Eastburn, and Marco coming up in the bottom of the inning. So an opportunity here for the Wolverines to maybe see if they can chip away at the Chicago State lead. But biggest thing is they need to put up a 0 defensively, and Gayton fouls this one away to the on-deck circle. No balls and 2 strikes. Utah Valley heads to Utah on Tuesday night for a 6 p.m. first pitch up in Salt Lake City. And then next weekend, the schedule changes a little bit. Instead of the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we go a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The 0-2 pitch misses outside with the fastball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thursday night, 6 p.m. first pitch. Not Utah State, New Mexico State is in town. I don't know why I was thinking Utah State, but unless they've reinstated baseball, and I haven't heard anything about it.
Breaking news out of Logan.
The 1-2 pitch about ready to come home, and this one's going to be pulled over to second. Cody Hall up with it, the throw to first in time to get Gayton, and there's 2 away, but Reggie Brock Jr. will move 90 feet over to third base. So a productive at-bat there for Gayton, and now you're going to bring up Dalton Ryans will come to the plate.
Yeah, another interesting thing about that series next week, we're scheduled to play 3 night games. 3 6 p.m. starts. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That one outside and high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes the count.
So we have conflicting schedules. On the roster schedule, it has a noon start for Saturday. On the game notes schedule, it has a 6 p.m. start on Saturday.
The 2-0 pitch outside.
I will bet that it's a noon start on Saturday.
I would think. I think it'd be a little interesting. It'd be kind of cool. But
we could split the difference, a 3 p.m. start.
The 2-1 pitch swung out and missed by Ryans, and it's 2 balls and a strike here on Dalton Ryans. Ryans a single and a ground out. So he came in back in the third inning for Matt Sullivan. There's a pitch right on the corner for a fastball called strike two, and it's 2-2.
As this game has gone on, Javier Cantu's strike zone has grown just a bit width-wise.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one blocked in the dirt, ball 3, and the count goes full 3-2. A walk here doesn't necessarily hurt Paxton Schultz, at least with the base runners. They wouldn't move up at all. However, it would put runners on the corners for the dangerous hitting Tyler Lowe. So I don't know if you'd want to necessarily put additional men on. We'll see if Schultz can get Ryans here. The pitch swung on and popped up down the line. Plakis giving it a look from left, coming in, slides. It's going to be a fair ball. Scoring on the play will be Brock Jr. from third base, and it's a 7-4 lead. Plakis with a long run just tried to come up with a sliding catch, and the ball just landed right in front of him there and then hopped over him.
That is a really difficult play for Plakis. He had to come such a long ways, and that ball was just perfectly placed by Ryans. As you said, Ryan, Plakis making a feet-first slide, and he just didn't really have a great shot at coming up with that. That would have been a sensational grab.
Tyler Lowe stands in. The first pitch on its way. The slider gets in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Lowe has homered, struck out, and then hit into a fielder's choice back in the 6th inning.
Well, if you're Schultzer, you got to bear down. Trailing by 3 runs, you got to keep this close for the Wolverines in the late innings.
No balls and a strike. Schultz winds and delivers, and Lowe swings and hits this one out to center field. Beltran ranging over into deep left center, and he'll run it down and make the catch. And the top half of the 7th comes to an end. But Chicago State adds a run here in the 7th. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Cougars leading the Wolverines 7-4.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool, too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
It doesn't matter your situation in life.
No matter your interest.
Whether your first choice or second chance.
There's a place for you.
Place for you.
Place for you at UVU.
Place to engage,
to rise,
to succeed,
to become.
Bottom of the 7th inning here at UCCU Ballpark in Orem, Utah. The day has come to an end for starting pitcher Brett Gregory. He goes 6 innings, allows 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, walks 2 and strikes out 5. Did it on 103 pitches here, and he will give way to the senior right-hander from Chicago, Illinois, Yunus Halim, will come in and pitch here for Chicago State. Halim on the season for the Cougars is 2-1, making his 15th appearance. He's got a 4.50 ERA. He's got 2 saves. He's gone 26 innings, 25 hits, 16 runs, all earned, walked 15, struck out 25 for Halim. And so something to kind of keep in mind here from Halim is we'll kind of see kind of a fastball, curveball, changeup mix. So not a ton different than what Brett Gregory was throwing. And right around, maybe the curveball's got a little more velocity to it, but nonetheless here, it's going to be probably a similar look, and we'll see here what Michael Beltran, Ryan Eastburn, and Alexander Marco can do here against the right-hander. Beltran has flown out twice and single, takes the first pitch called strike on the inner half for strike 1. It's 0-1 on Beltran. Beltran has now hit in 8 straight ball games for the Wolverines. The 0-1 pitch. misses away for a ball. Evens the count up at 1-1. He got that with his single back in the 5th inning.
Yeah, if you're the Wolverines, you need to get maybe a run back at least here in the 7th, trailing by 3. You don't want to put too much pressure on yourself in the 8th and the 9th.
The 1-1 pitch, Beltran turns on it, but just lines it foul down the line. A couple of more feet to the right, and that's extra bases for Beltran. Well, you have to be pleased if you're Steve Jocelyn with the way that your starting pitcher, Brett Gregory, pitched today. The 1-2 pitch, Beltran fouls it away. We'll do it again, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Really not a bad outing, especially trying just to get used to maybe pitching at some elevation as well. Sometimes we've seen where that can kind of throw off the pitchers, especially the visiting pitchers, a little bit. The 1-2 pitch, there's a curveball. It sits high, and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Especially at Chicago State, if you play for 4 years, say at Chicago State, you'll make the trip here to Orem probably twice. Beltran sends this one high to left field. Brock Jr. going back, turning around, reaches up at the last minute, and did he make the catch? It looks like he did, and there's one away. And that one you could just kind of tell was twisting and turning him all over the place, and Beltran almost got that one at least for extra bases, but Brock Jr. makes a nice play.
Yeah, Brock Jr. took a circuitous route to that ball, banged into the wall after making the grab. Boy, that was not easy for Reggie Brock Jr. Kind of winding and weaving out there, as you mentioned, Ryan, and at the last moment, stuck up the glove and was able to snag it.
Ryan Eastburns checks his swing, though, appeal to third, but he did not go for ball 1. Wasn't sure. I didn't think it was out of the ballpark. My only question was whether Reggie Brock Jr. knew exactly where the baseball was. Here's Eastburn with a ground ball to short, but it's misplayed by Zunkel. Kicks into shallow center field. Eastburn will take a long turn, and that's going to go down as an error on Tyler Zunkel. And Ryan Eastburn's aboard here with 1 out in the 7th inning. It's just a routine ground ball, just hit right to Zunkel, and it just took a last-minute bad hop on him. But it's still a pretty playable ball there for Zunkel.
And that's the danger of waiting on that kind of ground ball instead of charging it on this infield. It's a very inconsistent infield here at UCCU Ballpark, and as you mentioned, Zunkel just couldn't handle the wicked hop.
Alexander Marco stands in, takes a first pitch curveball for strike 1, and it's 0-1 on Marco. Marco's been aboard all 3 of his at-bats today. He's been walked, been hit by a pitch, and singled back in the 5th inning. Looking to try to get something going here in the later innings as the 0-1 pitch. A curveball misses down and away for a ball, and it evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ryan Eastburn, the runner over at first base, has now reached in 14 consecutive ball games. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Ryan Eastburn. His hitting streak, very much a threat right now. To continue that, he would need at least another plate appearance today. The 1-2 pitch on its way to Alexander Marco, and that ball swung on and hit out in the left center field. Falling quickly, sliding in as the left fielder Reggie Brock Jr. to make the play. He'll throw to first, but pulling the first baseman Hansel off the bag was the throw, and Reggie Brock Jr. putting on a defensive clinic out there in left field here in the 7th, being challenged backwards and now to run up on the ball.
He had to come a long way to get that little pop fly, too. And sliding so smoothly and making the grab. Boy, you juxtapose those 2 plays he made. The first one, it looked like he had no idea where the ball was. Ultimately, he comes up with it, making a great play. That one, boy, he looked like an all-star out there.
Here's Mick Madsen, takes a first pitch, a curveball. It's in there for strike 1 on the corner. No balls and a strike. We talked about Yunus Halim, and he's got the 2 saves for Chicago State. The 0-1 pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 0-2, and that one being greeted with some displeasure from some UVU fans there. That one very kind of a borderline pitch. The 2-2 pitch on its way to Madsen, and that one's going to be bounced on the infield over to third. It's misplayed. Coburn, it took a tough hop, and Coburn didn't get the glove up in time. It hit off the bottom of the glove. That will, I believe it's going to be an E5 there against Coburn. And Utah Valley now looking to try to see if they can take advantage. Payson Hayes coming to the plate, representing the tying run here for the Wolverines. We'll see if maybe Payson Hayes might be able to get into one if Halim misses over the plate. This kind of lets you know, if you're Chicago State, how important this ball game is to you to go to your closer in the 7th inning. The pitch to Hayes, and he takes a tough swing there for strike one. I think he was trying to check his swing and just couldn't hold up. And it's 0-1 on Payson Hayes.
Yeah, he was fooled badly. That ball was in the dirt. Well, if you're Utah Valley, you have to make these errors hurt. 2 errors in the inning, and now Halim's going to get a new baseball.
And right now, if you're Payson Hayes, just trying to find a way to continue the inning. We saw Payson Hayes a couple weekends ago have a couple of clutch home runs in that series that was here against Grand Canyon. And it's really been since then that he's been the regular guy at first base. Haven't seen a ton of Cade Polson, who is the starting first baseman at the beginning of the year. Here the last couple of weeks. The 0-1 pitch. There's a curveball and misses well off the plate for a ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Drew Sims in the on-deck circle for the Wolverines if the inning continues here past Payson Hayes. Ryan Eastburn running on at second base. Mick Madsen running over at first. Good speed on the base paths, especially at first. There's a ground ball to short. Up with it, Zunkel underhands to Ryans, and they'll retire Madsen at second, and the 7th comes to an end. We head to the 8th. Chicago State leading Utah Valley by a score of 7-4.
Your head a Mountain Dew kickstart. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna leave it all on the mat, because that's what I do when I get it done, so I can do it. Yeah! I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
New pitcher on for Utah Valley. Left-hander Cole Yoakum will come in here in relief of Paxton Schultz. We'll look at the line for Paxton Schultz. He went 7 innings, allowed 10 hits, 7 runs, 5 which have been earned, 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. Faced 31 hitters and did it all on 98 pitches, 72, however, being for strikes. So not a bad outing if you're Paxton Schultz. Just some untimely runs and some miscues behind you that really kind of changed the course of the ball game. Cole Yoakum, however, the left-hander, will come in. We've seen Yoakum quite a bit out of the bullpen this year for the Wolverines, as he will come in. Yoakum on the year 1-0, making his 15th appearance with an 8.71 ERA. He's gone 20 2/3 innings for the Wolverines. It's one of the longer appearances, or I guess total innings for the Wolverine bullpen. And he'll stand in here, Jordan, and see what he can do, as we'll send Jordan Bianucci over with the play-by-play.
First pitch curveball from Yoakum. Misses down low to Rosenhagen, ball 1. 7-4, Chicago State leading here in the 8th. Rosenhagen is 0 for 3 this afternoon. The pitch, a fastball, catches the outside corner at 83 miles an hour. It's 1-1. Rosenhagen, the designated hitter, flied out to deep right field back in the 4th inning. The pitch to him, a swing and a miss here at a fastball, and it's 1-2. Yoakum just trying to keep the Cougars at bay, trying to give the Wolverines a chance in the 8th and 9th. The 1-2 pitch, fastball, misses outside at 86 miles an hour, and it's 2-2.
Biggest thing this year, it's really hurt Cole Yoakum. 19 walks, to 8 strikeouts right here.
Here's a breaking ball down in the dirt. Did he go around? No, says Troy Hodak, the first base umpire, on appeal. The count's full.
Yeah, Jordan, just looking this year, if I was to tell you walks to strikeouts, how many coming into the series Utah Valley had?
The 3-2 is swung on and top foul.
They've given up 175 walks as a team. How many strikeouts do you think the pitching staff has had? 200.
Wow.
So that kind of puts it into perspective at times just how kind of shaky this Utah Valley team's been when it comes to pitching.
The 3-2's popped up to the second baseman, Hall. He has it, and there's one away. Well, Yoakum retires the first man he faces, and now it'll be a lefty-on-lefty matchup with Hansel coming up. Hansel's had a nice afternoon. He is 2 for 3 with a run scored. Wide open stance. Yoakum, the lefty, misses with a curveball up and in, ball 1. Well, Utah Valley fell behind in this one 2-0, but that was in the second inning, and they answered right back in the last of the second with 3 of their own to take the lead. It's been a seesaw battle ever since, as this pop-up's going to land foul near the bullpen down the left field line, and it's 1-1 to Hansel. Chicago State retook the lead in the 5th inning. Utah Valley tied it in the last half of that inning. Chicago State retook the lead in the 6th inning and added another run in the 7th. The 1-1, a swing and a foul back and out of play, and it's 1-2. In the last half of this 8th, it will be the bottom third of the Utah Valley order. Sims, Plakus, and Howell due up. 1-2 pitch is in the dirt outside, and it's 2-2. On the out-of-town scoreboard, we'll take a look at some action around the WAC. New Mexico State is leading Northern Colorado 4-0. That game in the last of the 7th as a fastball misses high, and the count runs full to Hansel. Everything else will get underway tonight. Sac State will take on Seattle. That's actually game 3 of that series. They have split the first 2, the Red Hawks and the Hornets. This one's fouled back to the screen. 3-2, the count remains. CSU Bakersfield will take on California Baptist down in Riverside. That one will get underway at 7 p.m. Mountain. And then Grand Canyon will look to even the series at 1 with UT Rio Grande Valley in Phoenix. That one will get underway at 7 as well. Here's a liner into center field right at Beltran. He puts Hansel away, and there's 2 down.
That UTRGV Grand Canyon series, that's a big one to keep an eye on right now, especially for positioning when it comes to that WAC tournament. UTRGV's put together a really nice season so far, so it'll be interesting to see what the Vaqueros can do in that series.
A ball misses down and in to Coburn. Coburn has reached base all 3 times he has come to the plate today. Once on a walk, once on an error, and then he picked up an RBI single in that 2-run Chicago State 6th inning. As a ball misses low, it's 2-0. Also on the out-of-town scoreboard, the University of Utah beat USC up in Salt Lake City as Coburn takes a strike. It's 2-1. So Utah has taken each of the first 2 games of that series. The Wolverines will see the Utes on Tuesday night as a ball misses down, 3-1 to Coburn.
The series, I think, actually finished today.
Oh, it did?
Utah took 2 out of 3, so
the Utes will get an extra day of rest before facing the Wolverines as Coburn swings and misses at a ball down and in, and the count is full. Bases empty, 2 outs, 7-4. Chicago State were in the top of the 8th. Yoakum from the windup. Here it comes. A swing and a miss, and he struck him out. A nice job by Cole Yoakum to blank the Cougars in the 8th. Last half of the 8th, work to do for the Wolverines. It's Chicago State 7, Utah Valley 4.
Utah has embodied the spirit of industry. From the first transcontinental railroad to the first department store, we've led the way. As part of the Murdoch Auto team, we're proud to carry on this tradition. That's because when we say you are the heart of our business, it's more than just a slogan. It's our commitment to the values we all hold dear with no regrets. You've got to come see why you truly are the heart of our business. Murdoch Hyundai of Linden, part of the Murdoch Auto team. Click MurdochHyundaiLinden.com.
I decided to go to college to further my education and define my purpose in the world and be a part of something much bigger than myself.
I wanted to set up the best possible future for myself, both academically and athletically. I try to learn from everyone, whether that be professors, my teammates, or other student athletes.
I try to see everyone as an opportunity to learn. Everyone has a story to tell, and I think there's a moral and something you can learn from it.
Utah Valley trails by 3 runs as we get ready to start the bottom half of the 8th inning. Sims, Plakus, and Trevor Howell due up. Here in the 8th, Eunice Howlam. Brian, how do you say his last name?
I think they said Halim.
Halim. I
over
beg your
the PA here.
I beg your pardon. No pronunciation guide with us for Chicago State. Most of them, I think we have most of them down. Halim with a first pitch fastball in there for a called strike to Sims. Sims doubled in 2 runs to put the Wolverines on the board back in the 2nd inning. He is 1 for 3 officially. A ball misses outside and it's 1-1. The Wolverines need base runners, trailing 7-4. From the stretch with the bases empty, Halim delivers a fastball that is fouled back to the backstop, and it's 1-2 to the Wolverine catcher. Sims hitting .258. The pitch, a swing and a high fly ball into left. Reggie Brock Jr. waiting, has the glasses down, makes the grab, and there is 1 away. Reggie Brock Jr., that's a routine play, but he has been superb defensively in this series. So here is Jake Plakus, 0 for 2 with a walk. And we're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Jake Berry, so Plakus's afternoon is over. Berry, who has seen quite a few starts in left field this season, has sat the last couple weeks as a starter, that is. Plakus in front of him. So here is Berry, right-handed hitter, takes a fastball up high. Berry on the year in 43 at-bats is hitting just 140. He does have a home run. Trying to get on base, get a rally going for the Wolverines. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses high and away. And it's 2-0. So Eric Madsen just, I think, trying to shake things up here. Plakus did not look great at the plate today. The 2-0 pitch, fastball misses low and away, and quickly it's 3-0. If Berry gets on, he is a fast runner as well. Utah Valley, though, needs multiple base runners, trailing 7-4. 1 out, bases empty in the 8th inning. The 3-0, up high, ball 4. Berry gave every chance to Javier Cantu to call that a strike, but Cantu, I think it was the right call. It was a ball above the belt. So, man on with 1 out, and here is Trevor Howell. He has been great today, 3 for 3 with a home run. For Trevor Howell, it is his job also to get on base, to turn this order over. The pitch to him, fastball, just catches the outside corner. Strike 1.
And you've heard me say this many times before, Jordan. You're trailing 3. You have 5 outs to work with. And if you're Utah Valley, if you can just get 1, maybe 2 back here, it takes a little less, takes some pressure off. If you can't get them all back, at least get a couple.
Halim throws a curveball that catches the inside corner, and quickly it's 0-2 to Howell. His average up to .244 with 3 base hits today. The 0-2 coming. Here it is. And a breaking ball misses low and away. Not a terrible 0-2 pitch there. Howell thought about it, but wisely held up. 1-2 the count. Cody Hall is on deck. The Wolverines have been out hit 10-7 today. Barry with a short lead at first. The pitch. Howell swings and lines one. This is in left field. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Barry's headed for third as Brock Jr. digs it out, playing the carom into second with a one-out double. Is Trevor Howell his 4th hit of the day. And the tying run will come to the plate. Trevor Howell is red hot right now. So now it is up to Hall to keep this inning going. 2 men on, 1 man out. And if that walk-up music doesn't get you pumped up, I don't know what will. Righty versus righty. The pitch. Fastball catches that outside corner, strike 1. Utah Valley does not need a base hit to play to run, but trailing by 3, they're looking for those base hits. They don't want to play small ball here. The 1-strike pitch misses way outside. A slider, or I say a slider, a curveball missing. 1-1 the count. Barry walked. He is at third. Howell doubled. He's at second. The 1-1. Hall swings, chops it foul on the third base side, and the count is 1-2. Michael Beltran is on deck. The infield is back for Chicago State, so any ball put in play really should score a run for the Wolverines. Halim would love that strikeout. He's set at the waist. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And a changeup. Maybe a fastball there, but just at 78 miles an hour, misses way outside, and it's 2-2. Hall looking for his first base hit of the day. He is 0 for 4. The pitch to him. A swing and a chopper up the middle. It caroms off the glove of Halim. Now caught in a rundown. Now he throws it in left field. They had Howell off second base, and they had Barry off of third in a rundown. A disaster for Chicago State. 2 runs come in to score for the Wolverines. Hall takes second on the error. Oh, my. It is 7-6 on the chopper back to the mound. Howell broke for third without looking at Hall, who for some reason he was holding up at third. He thought maybe that Halim could make the grab. In that case, he would stay at third. But after Howell was caught so far off second base, I mean, he was almost to third base. And Hall thought, well, what do I have to do? I got to get in a rundown here. Halim threw to third wide of Coburn, and both runs come in to score. So a massive gift for the Wolverines.
What I'm puzzled about, Jordan, is if you're Halim and you saw that, my first instinct would have been, I'm going to get one of the outs here. Just pick up the baseball and just run towards one of them and see. And then you're still going to have to probably make a throw, but if you just start running towards third, that's going to force either the runner at third, Barry, to sprint home, and then you're going to be able to cut the runner down, or the runner between second and third is going to have to run back to second or stay on third. So I think I would have just picked up the ball and just ran towards him.
Here is Beltran trying to knock in the tying run. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Yeah, if you're Halim, just run at the runner there. You're certain to get at least one out. The 1-strike pitch, a swing and a foul back. I mean, that was really almost a disaster for Utah Valley. And because of the errant throw to third, it becomes a disaster for the Cougars.
Well, the tough part is, Jordan, at this point, that out is a little more important than Utah Valley even getting the 1 run.
The 0-2, a swing and a foul. Beltran stays alive on a breaking ball down in the zone. Yeah, that ball was hit right back to Halim. It bounced off his glove, but he recovered nicely. At that point, Howell had broken for third, but Hall had stayed at third. So they could have gotten Howell easily in a rundown. The 2-strike pitch to Beltran. He could not check his swing. He is down on strikes for the second out of the inning. and Ryan Eastburn will come to bat. For Eastburn, he is looking not to just tie the game, but also continue his 13-game hit streak. He hit a ball to deep center field back in the 5th inning. He reached on an error last inning. The pitch to him. A fastball catches the outside corner for strike 1. Eastburn, a left-handed hitter facing the right-handed Halim. Hall at second. He has pretty good speed. A base hit would most likely tie the game. The 1-strike pitch, a fastball, misses high and away. A close pitch, it's 1-1. Ryan's the second baseman, a step onto the outfield grass. The shortstop, Zunkel, playing behind the runner. The 1-1. Fastball misses outside, and it's 2-1. The outfield is medium deep and straight away, all the way around. 7-6, Chicago State leads. We're in the last of the 8th inning. A man at second, 2 outs. Halim has what he wants. The 2-1 pitch. A swing and a foul back to the screen. That was a fastball up in the zone. Eastburn took a healthy rip, and the count is even at 2-2 strikes. Coburn at third base is playing way off the bag. The 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss, and he struck him out. So Utah Valley gets 2 thanks to an error, but they cannot plate that tying run. 7-6, Chicago State leads as we head to the 9th on GoUVU.com.
Let's do this. Let's do it. Huh? Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's do it. Yeah. 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 I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Be a king in your mind, but do the work of a servant. With a purpose on the mission, you get to what you deserving. If it's worth it, you be on straight and narrow instead of swerving. Ignore the dream killers and doubters, cause they ain't perfect.
Dang, still a lot of doubters out there. What do you want to tell them?
Thank you for the motivation.
Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Top of the 9th, 7-6. Cougars leading the Wolverines. Patrick Arndt to lead things off. Yoakum, the lefty, tosses a slow curveball up there that stays high, ball 1. Well, Utah Valley gets 2 back in the last of the 8th as this one is swung on and missed. A fastball down and in. And it's 1-1. The Wolverines had runners at second and third with 1 out. The 1-1 pitch, a swing and a roller foul on the third base side. It's 1-2. With second and third and 1 out, Cody Hall put a ball into play that Yunus Halim, the right-hander on the mound, threw away at third base, and Utah Valley was able to plate 2 runs. This one's in the dirt, 2-2. But with a runner at second and 1 out, afterward, Utah Valley unable to plate him. So they will need at least 1 to keep this game going in the 9th. And that's if Yoakum can keep it a 1-run game.
And that's the biggest thing right now, Jordan, is you really want to maybe go 3 up, 3 down. You got 8, 9, and 1. You want to keep it away from getting into the middle part of that lineup if you can.
The 2-2 pitch coming to Patrick Arndt. He has 2 base hits today. Comes inside, swing and a miss. A foul tip, actually, into the glove of Sims. Boy, Arndt was fooled by that pitch. He swung and then turned all the way around on his back foot like a top. And there's 1 down. Yoakum has retired all 4 men he has faced. So here is Tyler Zunkel. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Zunkel was thrust into the game yesterday when Heidenthal. Nick Heidenthal was injured, or we think was injured. We don't know that officially, just came out. Here's a snag by Yoakum on a comebacker. He turns and throws to first base to get the runner. A nice play by Cole Yoakum going back off the back of the pitcher's mound, reaching up and snagging that one. Also a nice pick at first by Hayes. So here is Reggie Brock Jr., top of the order, 2 outs, bases empty. Brock Jr. picked up an RBI back in the 5th on a sacrifice fly. He takes a ball in, and it's 1-0. Yoakum working quickly from the windup. Fastball is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Reggie Brock Jr. has been superb in the outfield in this series for the Cougars, hitting .256 on the season as he chops this one foul on the third base side, and the count is 1-2. 7-6, Chicago State. Bases empty, 2 outs in the top of the 9th. The pitch. A curveball stays up high, and the count is full. Yoakum just hasn't quite been able to get a handle on that curveball, and I say the count is full. It's 2-2. Here it comes, and it's in the dirt. This one a fastball, and the count is full. The last thing Yoakum wants to do here is walk a man with 2 outs. And as Ryan mentioned, then you get into the heart of the Cougar order. Gayton is on deck, a left-handed hitter. The 3-2 pitch from Yoakum. A swing and a pop-up, hooking foul down the right field line. Payson Hayes gives chase, but it falls near the bullpen pitcher's mound down there. And the count remains full. In the last half of this 9th inning, it'll be Marco Matson and Hayes due up for Utah Valley. 2 of those guys have combined for 11 home runs this year. Here's a liner, one hopped. Hall knocks it down, throws to first, and the inning is over. A nice job by Cody Hall ranging to his left and knocking down a one-hopper. Last chance for the Wolverines. They trail 7-6 as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning on GoUVU.com.
What is it about the car shopping experience at Murdoch Hyundai that has everyone talking? Maybe it's the safety inspections or the car washes for life. It could be the price match guarantee, or maybe it's just the way you're treated. Come fall in love in Linden, Logan, and Murray at Murdoch Hyundai. Your no regrets dealer.
Seven to 6, Utah Valley trails as we head to the last of the 9th inning. Marco, Matson, and Hayes, 4, 5, and 6 due up, facing Yunus Halim in his 3rd inning of work. Halim looking to pick up save number 3 on the season. Marco faced Halim back in the 7th inning. He flied out to deep left field. The pitch to him. Fastball catches the outside corner for a called strike 1. Now Marco could simply, well, not simply, could tie the game with one swing of the bat. He has the capability. The 1-strike pitch, a swing and a pop-up. Back behind the catcher, giving chase is Arndt near the backstop. He slides. He does not make the grab. A tremendous effort by Patrick Arndt, but that pop-up was just not hit high enough for him to have time to get back there. That's a dangerous play, sprinting toward the backstop and then sliding into that cement wall. And it's 0-2 to Marco.
I give Patrick Arndt a lot of credit there, Jordan, with the series that he's had with getting some kind of roughed up in the first 2 games to be willing to lay your body on the line for your team like that. That's a dangerous play. We've seen some guys at some higher levels of baseball actually get hurt sliding into walls or going up to try to make those kind of plays. So got to give him some credit, though, for being willing to lay his body on the line like that.
0-2 to Marco. Fastball misses high and away, and it's 1-2. Marco has reached base 3 times today. Once on a walk, he was hit by a pitch, and he singled. He is 1 for 2. 7-6, Utah Valley trailing. Breaking ball misses low and away, and the count is 2-2. Marco steps out, takes a deep breath. The outfield is medium deep all the way around and straight away for Chicago State. The 2-2 pitch. Marco swings and lifts this one high into right center field. Low coming over. It's going to be Gayton, though, the center fielder, to make the grab, and there is 1 down. 1 out for Mick Matson, the freshman. So a big first out there for Yunus Halim. He has been really tremendous in relief of the starter, Brett Gregory, this afternoon. Righty versus righty. Matson singled back in the 2nd inning. He reached on an error in the 7th, facing Halim. He swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Shallow right field. Low comes in. Waiting. He puts it away, and Matson is retired on 1 pitch. And the Wolverines, just like that, are down to their final strike. So it's up to Payson Hayes.
Next up for UVU, number 24, first baseman Payson Hayes.
Well, Payson Hayes would like to get on base here, put the tying run on, but he is also capable of tying it up with 1 swing of the bat. He has 5 homers on the year. Drew Sims would bat if he could reach. 2 outs, bases empty, 7-6 Cougars. First pitch fastball misses way outside, ball 1 to Hayes. He is 0 for 4 today. He grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 7th, facing Halim. Fastball misses outside, 2-0 to Hayes. Well, now 2-0. Halim's going to take a walk because you got to be careful here. You don't want to just serve up a cookie to Payson Hayes. You don't want to go 3-0 either, though. The 2-0, swing and a miss. He challenged him with a fastball at just 82 miles an hour, and Hayes swung through it. But that one was right there. Hayes takes a deep breath. 2-1 the count as Halim comes set. A swing and a ground ball to short. Diving is Zunkel. It's under his glove, and Hayes reaches first. That's going to be an error, or maybe a hit. They give him the hit. That's a play that Zunkel should probably make. Not an easy play by any means, but you have the slow running Hayes at running to first. And as I say that, he's going to be pinch run for by Vargas. So if you're Zunkel, if you just knock it down, it was hit sharply, you have plenty of time to get to your feet and throw out Hayes, but he couldn't quite knock it down. It skipped under his glove. He got enough of it to keep it in the infield, but that's it. So the inning continues, tying run at first base, and here is Sims. Last of the 9th, 2 outs. Sims had a 2 RBI double today. He swings at the first pitch and pops it up down the right field line in foul territory. Hansel giving chase. He reaches up. He makes the grab. And the ball game is over. A nice play by Hansel making the over-the-shoulder grab. And Chicago State takes game 2. Utah Valley just unable to come back for the 3rd time today. They fall 7-6. So we'll take a break on GoUVU.com and come back with the final totals after this. Once again, Chicago State 7, Utah Valley 6. We'll be back after this.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
Say it to my face. You don't know me. You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter. Shortstop. High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU, inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
The latest from KSL5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
Here at Intermountain Healthcare, our doctors have experience treating young athletes, professional athletes, and the athlete next door. We treat everyday injuries, sports injuries, concussions, total joint replacements, and everything in between. Come visit our board-certified physicians and surgeons here at Intermountain Healthcare's Utah Valley Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. We're committed to keeping you moving.
Welcome back to UCCU Ballpark. I'm Jordan Bianucci alongside Ryan Pickens. It's our Wolverine Green post-game show after Utah Valley drops Game 2 of this series to Chicago State by a final of 7-6. And Ryan, the Wolverines gave themselves some chances, but ultimately they just could not keep coming back in this one.
And that's the tough part. We talked about we read a stat earlier in the ball game. It talked about Utah Valley's unfortunate record when the other team scores first. And again today, we've talked about it multiple times this year. Utah Valley's played from behind a good portion of the season, and it's tough sometimes to dig yourself out of those holes, and you just give your opponent a lot of confidence and a lot of momentum. And tonight, I mean, you had an early lead early on in the ball game, and those 2 runs in the 5th and the 6th by Chicago State just kind of turned the tide of the ball game. And their pitching staff pitched well when they had the lead tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. But you got to credit Chicago State, a big win for them, especially after getting 10 runs last night. You always wonder kind of how you're going to come back and respond in that situation. Tonight, or this afternoon, Chicago State did a great job coming from behind.
Indeed, they did. A lot of bright spots for Utah Valley, especially offensively. Our player of the game, our Wilkinson's Trophy player of the game, is Trevor Howell. He went 4 for 4 with 2 RBIs, including a solo home run, his first of the season. He is finally finding his swing after a long time kind of struggling at the plate this year.
And that's something you really want to see at this point. You're heading into, and I understand some people could disagree with what I'm about to say, but you're heading into your probably toughest and most important stretch of the season here, the next month and a half or so. And really the next month is going to dictate what the rest of your season goes for. You're going to need a senior like Trevor Howell in your lineup to really be playing his best baseball. And boy, today, if that's a sign of what's to come, Jordan, you'll take a 4 for 4, 2 RBI day from Trevor Howell anytime you can get it.
You will indeed. He is our Wilkinson's Trophy Player of the Game. With 41 years of experience, Wilkinson's Trophy is your place for awards, screen printing, embroidery, and name badges. Check out selections online at wilkinsonstrophy.com. We'll take a look at the final totals. Chicago State with 7 runs on 10 hits and 3 errors. Those errors really almost came back to bite the Cougars in a big way. Utah Valley with 6 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error of their own. Brett Gregory, the right-hander, he gets the win for Chicago State. He improves to 2-5 on the season. Paxton Schultz is saddled with the loss. He falls to 1-4. And Halim, he picks up his 3rd save of the season. The time of the ball game was 2 hours and 22 minutes, and the official attendance was 617. Utah Valley falls to 8-26 overall and 5-6 in conference play. Chicago State improves to 9-22 and 4-7 in WAC play. Well, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We will be back on the air early tomorrow. Our first pitch will be at 10 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time right here on GoUVU.com. We will bid you adieu for now from UCC Ballpark. For my partner Ryan Pickens, I am Jordan B. Anuching saying good afternoon from Orem. Utah Valley falls to Chicago State 7-6.